Friday Night Flies.
Friday Night Flies, test 1. Friday Night Flies, test 2.
Yeah, no, you can.
Friday Night Flies, test 3. We're just seeing if our audio is working. We've been having some troubles tonight connecting and getting this chat group going.
Damn you, Google.
Yeah, damn Google. Google must be fixing up something today or something. I don't know. Whatever. But it's Friday Night Flies. I'm Boulder. Welcome back for another night of flying tying. We're here at Spud Valley Sporting Goods, 1380 Birch Street, downtown Pemberton, and brought to you by Pemberton Fish Finder, where we talk trout. Woo-ha! I think we have question and answer going, but do you have what's the thing on the side? Highlight?
No, we haven't highlighted the website.
Nothing's highlighted.
Showcase.
That's,
but I will.
That's the terminology. So are we going to showcase Pemberton Fish Finder because there's a new booking deal that's going on right now?
Let's not tell too many people.
Okay.
So anyhow, yeah, we'll do that. But let's get to where
I'm going. So
let's go down.
So last week we had somebody chime in, Patrick or Peter or Paul or something like that. Something with a P. Hope you're watching again tonight. But he was asking about sculpins and sculpin patterns, and he was trying. I don't think we actually have any sculpin heads here in the shop. No. But yeah, the fish skulls. They make a sculpin head, and yeah, they're pretty pricey if you price them out by each. You know, it's a good buck something putting on the end of your hook just to lose, especially on the sculpin pattern, which you're fishing right down on the bottom in the rocks. So yeah, he asked if we had any good patterns that didn't involve the fish skulls. So here is one that I've made up that we call it the ice sculpin because the material to form the head is ice fur, and using barbell ice. So we'll get at her here. Nice rabbit strip. That's a pretty common feature in sculpins. So we'll get tying this one up because there's a few steps for you to follow. One, we got my size 4.
We've got audio.
We got audio.
So the whole time I'm pretty sure we had audio.
Confirmed.
Just take your time, Scott. Take your time, because we're having one of those nights. Oh, but
I have one of those nights.
I feel better about the show now, and hopefully you guys hear the audio like I just did.
So I got a size 4 hook in there. I think I wrote 8/0 thread in the material list, but it's 6/0. Don't really matter.
Yeah.
Thread's thread.
6 would probably, or 8 would probably be too small though.
Yeah, I had started with 8. That's why. Yeah. And then I had taken it off.
You're such a big hook.
I guess 8 just kind of stuck in my brain. It's a lot of wraps with 8.
That is a lot of wraps.
But we're gonna start by tying in your thread along your shaft.
So what did you want to showcase? You wanted to showcase which?
Pemberton Fish Finder? No.
Which one? The fishing reports? Or are we gonna
sure, there's you just put out a couple good fishing reports.
Yeah, we'll do the
last couple of days.
Hey,
right?
Looking for world-class fly fishing. We got that for you.
Yeah.
Here, let me dig it out. I'll dig it out.
So Brad was hard at work this week and did up a bunch of fishing reports of the area.
Huh?
You just been killing it, eh, Brad? Yeah.
Well, hey, I got a good support network here. What can I say?
So we got on our thread. We're gonna go back up to the head, and we're gonna attach our eyes. Here's a nice little trick that Sean Mooney, one of our loyal fans, gave us. Put a couple wraps in, spin it upside down, and so they'll kind of hold in place for you to be able to.
All right.
Get
for all of you guys,
that helps, eh? Like with eyes.
Figure 8s. With the big ones like this, I don't ever do it. I just invert my hook.
The small ones are
doing
those damsels.
With the little small ones, I was definitely doing it with the bead chain eyes today when I was making up the ridiculous and ridiculous.
Shout out for ridiculous. The fly is a killer.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun on what's today? Friday. So Thursday.
Well, yeah, hey,
yeah, it was yesterday, right?
No, it was on Wednesday.
It was on Wednesday?
Yeah.
We took yesterday off.
You took a day off. Oh boy. Anyhow, check out the showcase on the showcase there, and world-class fly fishing at Ivy Lake in beautiful Pemberton, British Columbia. We got some nice trout up here in Canada.
Yeah, if you check out those fishing reports in the showcase there, we were up on Ivy Lake the other day, and Hadn't been up there for a couple years because it kind of got a bad rap as being a trophy trout lake that was holding trout that were uncatchable, but decided the other day to go up there, and they were very catchable.
Well, it was a new pattern. It was one of the Friday night fly specials.
Something they had never seen before, so I think that might have helped.
Oh, it's just a deadly pattern. Killer deadly pattern.
Killer deadly.
So we got our eyes in. We've moved back to the back. What I've gotten here is a couple of strands of holographic gold Flashabou, and we're going to tie them into the tail. So I'm looking at about 1.5 lengths of the shaft, hook shaft. Tie them in, fold them over, tie them in.
Oh yeah, we got question and answer open for the million in attendance. If you guys got any fly fishing or fly tying questions, hit Scott Laboldus up, stump him. Good luck.
Got a whole panel of people to pull from here.
That's right.
So next I grabbed a couple of strands of black Krystal flash. And you see I had 2 strands. I just fold them over because I don't need the whole thing. Leaves me with 4 strands, and I'm going to tie these in just like I did with the gold. So,
I got some new angel hair in yesterday too.
oh, you did?
I did.
You did?
What kind? I think it's cotton candy.
Ooh.
Just the weirdest color, but it's very fleshy.
Whoa.
There it is.
Oh yeah, I got that at home. That stuff's awesome.
Oh, actually, it's called electric shrimp.
Yeah.
Not bad. Oh yeah, I might as well.
All right, so we got our black in there.
Oh no,
Next.
this is the one that I got. Cotton candy.
Yeah.
I'll show it off.
Yeah, I have that one already.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
We'll be back for that. Okay, next we're gonna grab our barred rabbit strip with the green tip dyes, and we're gonna kind of get it on there like a zonker. So we're gonna make our tail, and we want it to be about the same length as the flash that we just put in. I'm gonna grab my dubbing tool, put it right where my tie-in spot is. Little lick and spit. So that's going to help you separate your fibers.
It looks like more like a squirrel tail. Oh boy, it's been a long day.
Long day. All
Long
right,
day.
so
Thank God for coffee.
you got that tail in there, and we'll just flip this over. You got to wrap the front. Next, I need my Gudebrod. I know I had it around here somewhere. There it should be. Gudebrod. John Mooney, you can chime in and tell us how it's actually said.
You know he's gonna.
Yeah, I know. Gudebrod. There's no N there, but I like putting an N in.
Makes it easier to say.
Stuff is good. It's magic. So we get that on. Now, here's the sample. Just make sure. We're going to go about 2/3 of the way back up the shank. So I'm leaving some room back here to build the head of the Sculpin. And I'm going to start first by wrapping up this Gudebrod. And if you don't have this, what works is, what's that stuff called? Gold, something or other. Diamond braid. But I like this product a lot better.
It's stronger.
Stronger, it's flat.
What is that? Diamond braid?
No.
It's just like diamond braid, but
What is it?
Gudebrod.
Gudebrod.
Gudebrod. See, yeah,
Good
that's
bread.
it. It's a good broad.
All right, so now you got that in there. Finish off our tail.
Gudebrod.
So again, we're going to Separate the fibers here so that my next one is all set up. You just cut it straight off, then you end up with a stump at the end of your rabbit strip, and it doesn't flow nicely like this.
Oops. Who the hell is calling me?
So I'm just gonna get my scissors in there.
That's
Yeah, if you just grab it and snip it straight off, then you don't have this nice overhang, which is part of the key to a good tail. So I'm going to tie that tag in. And if you notice, I left myself a little bit to tie in with. I want that tail to come undone. If that comes undone, then the whole fly is shot. All right, next, we got myself some green deer hair. Or olive. I'll grab a good chunk here. I'm just going to hold all these tips. Now, this deer hair here has a lot of down inside there, which you want to get out. It just sucks up water. You got enough of that going on with the rabbit strip. So that's how we get that out. Now we're going to measure this up. I want this to be sticking up about that. So I'm basically kind of covering this gray. So I'm coming just up above it. I got my length. I'm going to trim my butts.
See more butts.
And I'm going to tie this in, and I'm going to keep it all on the top. So since I'm winding towards the camera, I'm going to start it off on a little bit of an angle towards myself. Because when I tie it in, it's going to pull the rabbit, or sorry, pull the deer over towards you, the viewer, because I want most of this to stay up on top. Give it a good snug down, manipulate it a little bit. So I'm going to do a couple of turns in that clump of the head.
You know, it's been a while since we tied the Little Killer. That is
Tied what?
the Little Killer. Yeah, man. Also known as the McGee. Another one of those patterns.
Yeah, that's the black one with the cone head, right?
No, it's white bucktail. Where you spin the deer hair on the head and it kind of just flows back, and it's a sculpin pattern as well, but you don't need all the bead heads and stuff to go with it. Pretty simple. I think it's got a peacock curl body and super simple.
That's it. Peacock curl and
brown cape or black saddle, black saddle, flat saddle, collar on it.
All right, so next we're going to do, if you've ever spun deer hair or made eggs, this would be more like making eggs. I'm going to be using this. There is a product that's called Sculpin wool, which is what you would use. I don't have any of that. This stuff is pretty close.
But it's better.
So it is ice fur. So it's a synthetic fur. Craft fur will work too. Since this stuff is really long, I'm going to fold it over and trim it. And fold it over and trim. So I'm left with a little wad. Now first the white goes underneath on the belly. So I'm just going to spin this over here. Get my fat thumb out of the way. So I want to trap this.
I have to say, you've got perfectly manicured fingernails right now.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, they look fantastic.
They're looking pretty good.
Oh, you're a hand guy.
Fantastic.
You're a hand guy.
Brad's hitting on you.
That's it. No more holding hands in the boat, Brad.
What? Yeah, I just complimented you on your hands.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we're going with the olive.
So just a few months away from the kitchen, and that's what happens.
Yeah, no more carrot-stained fingers and
Burnt fingers.
definitely a lot less cuts.
It burns.
I don't remember the last time my forearms were burnt. All right, so I'm going to get my thread in front of all that white. There we go. Take my green clump, which I did make a little bit larger since the top of the head's larger than the bottom. Excuse me. Get that tied in there nice and tight. So I'm just spreading it out, make sure it covers everything. Throat went dry. Yay. All right, it's on there tight. Get her in front, and we're going to do that whole process one more time.
It looks pretty freaky right now. But it's amazing how the transformation happens as soon as you hit that thing with the scissors.
Yeah, it's just like spun deer hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Like garbage at first. You're like, what am I doing? And then you start trimming it back. And, oh, all right.
That's the fun part.
I wouldn't know anything about that. That's like grooming. Notice the big crazy beard I've got.
Yeah.
I can imagine what you could do with this beard. You know how you guys built the goat stream?
We can make that into a couple salmon, like surging up the river or something.
Something. You can go crazy with it right now. But you'd have to like, kick all the freaking small animals that are living in there right now out. So there might even be endangered species living in my beard right now.
Yeah.
Some endangered frogs.
Yeah, of some sort.
So we got the whites, and then we got the green.
The Ivy Lake stick insect.
That was black
It
water.
didn't come out of the.
Was that
It didn't
black?
come out of the hole. It came out of your beard.
I tried. Yeah, it happened the next day. Did I tell you that? I was fishing away, and then all of a sudden, bloop, out comes this
Another
freaking-
one, eh?
Oh, yeah. I have another one. These guys have no idea what we're talking about, but I'll see if I can dig the picture out.
Yeah, it was a crazy.
But it was
looking
just the
stick bug.
weirdest looking bug I've ever seen, and what the hell? Let's dig it out.
Stick insect.
All right, to finish off with the materials, I'm dubbing on some ice dubbing. Yep, ice dubbing in a dark olive color.
Another one of my favorite dubbings.
So we want to make sure that we keep
It was so free. I can't even remember what the name of the damn
picture
insect
was.
was. I can't find it. Damn it. I might even trashed it.
Yeah, let's get this thread a little shorter here so we can actually do what we're supposed to be doing. There we go. All right, so
Oh no, it's called the water stick insect.
Yeah.
a couple wraps behind the eyes in front of that ice fur that you put in.
That was in Blackwater.
Now we're going to figure eight around these eyes a little bit.
Here, while you're doing that, Scotty, I gotta show these guys
Yeah, take it away.
this one picture here. It's a capture. What are we doing here?
So yeah, we had
Screen
this bug climb out of an ice fishing hole on us this winter.
There it is. It's hideous. Anyhow, it looks like a stick, and he picks it up, and you can see this big stinger look-like thing. I'm like, man, we don't know anything about that, and that looks like a freaking toilet bowl plunger, and he's handling it, thinking, hey, there's nothing wrong with
It's a
this.
stick bug.
I'm like, put that thing down. It looks like it could sting the bejesus out of you.
It's not
So-
a very smart bug, though. It climbed its way out of the hole to freeze to death. Man.
Yes, the next day we see another one come on. It was even bigger. Like this thing, I don't know how big it was. Like
It was like the size of my hand, the first one. It
was
was
stupid
the
big.
length of my hand almost. It was huge.
And you were picking it up.
Yeah.
Did it move when you picked it up?
No. I also plucked a dead duck out of the water the other day too.
oh, that
So
was gross.
How did you do that?
just to see if there was any good feathers on it.
I made him
Nope.
wash his hands with sunscreen. It was that bad.
Yeah, it stunk.
Oh,
What?
God.
I don't know.
What were you thinking? Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm a boy.
Well, see, no. I mean, if you drive, like, say, I saw a fox or a raccoon on the side of the road that had just been killed. Now that,
Yeah.
might
But the
be.
thing is, it was in the middle of a lake,
Yeah.
In the middle of the lake.
and
The
we didn't
water's
know. You
cold.
can't tell until you roll it over. That it was like, yikes.
Yeah.
Let
It was
that
it was
thing
looking
go.
all right.
Let it go.
Yeah. So I got my dubbed head in front of behind the eyes and in front and all around it, and now trimmy trim. So a sculpin's shape is flat and it's more broad. So that's the profile we're going for.
The Gudebrod.
So that's why they have those fish skulls. They're flattened. The eyes are more on top of their heads. So I'm going to start by trimming right down the belly.
I think you were on the right. I think you were looking at designing that at first, but you laid your mallard flank, I think, on the top and the bottom. I think it's more like a cheek plate. Like if it would have went down the side, those two feathers, I think that's where it would have been. Somebody's texting me.
Yeah, they were a little too
special.
And they just weren't the right color. They were like neon green. That's right.
Yeah, that helps.
All right, so we got that bottom trimmed. This is where I like the curved scissors. And I'll spin it around to you guys. So you can see we got the bottom trimmed up. I'm going to do the same thing, just cut reverse mohawk right down the middle. And just be careful of that deer hair that you've put in.
Be trimming it off.
Yeah, don't trim
More
it
like a
off.
skillet.
Yeah, now it's like a bad hair.
It'll get there.
That's amazing how much it changes.
And then I'm going to I'm going to clean up the sides a little bit here, and then we'll get the right shape. But I'm going wide. I just want to get some of the crazy bad haircut away. All right. And works better if you can turn it to yourself.
Get the front profile look.
I know it's might have gone out of focus for you guys.
Yeah, well, not really. The tail's in focus. And the vise, okay? Anvil vise. Shout out USA, baby. Hey, Scotty, you need a new vise, right?
I need
Wink,
a new
wink.
vise anvil.
That's right. We love your stuff.
Mine is finally starting to bite the dust here after 10 years of tying.
All day, every day. What is that stuff that you tied in on the head there? What's it called?
At the end, or like the stuff
Yeah,
I'm
the end that
trimming?
you're trimming right now.
Ice fur.
Ice fur. Is that stuff UV?
It doesn't say that it is, but I bet you the weight will grow. So I can sit here and just keep perfecting it, but that is pretty much where we are at. And you'll notice there's a little bit of a difference between the head, where we dubbed in, and this ice fur. But we are going to fix that up.
That thing looks like a fish. I guess that's what it's supposed to look like, isn't it?
So just take your Velcro strip and pull a little bit of that UV ice dubbing that you put in the head. Just pull a couple wisps out there. Give it some more shine. And that is your Sculpin.
Give us a little thumb up behind it. Let it focus for a second. There it is. Perfect. Looks good. Scotty. Definitely
there
going to
you
have to
go.
throw that one in the box and give her bounce on the little bit.
So I got a lot of little stragglers. So if you spend your time and really trim it up, so I still need to do the back a little bit, but
Looks good.
you know, you got all different shapes. Basically, you want to have a little bit wider on the sides because they have their fins that really stick out when they lay down on the bottom. And depending on what river you are on, I know in the Burke there's a lot of smaller ones that are about half the size of this, and they're gray. So they're all different colors everywhere.
Yeah, the thing is the camera actually makes it look really freaking big. But what is it, about 1.5 inches or something? 2 inches? 2 inches?
About
long?
a 2-inch fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that huge.
No, it looks big in the camera. But anyhow, that's it. Let's go
That's
up
it.
top.
That's my pattern.
Sign her out. Get Scotty Holmes on the vise here. Got a good show coming on.
Yeah. So thanks for watching us. I'm Boulder saying love the tug. Join us on the website.
FridayNightFlies.com.
FridayNightFlies.com. Yep, and
Check out
check
our
us
fishing
out.
reports. We featured one tonight. That's just a sample of what's on there. Lots of fishy pictures.
yeah, a
Lots
lot
of
of
fly
videos,
fishing.
photos, all the
Everything.
information.
It's all there.
Yeah, things to do around town.
Get your
Just
fix.
Get
Get it.
Get your
Get your
fix on.
fix. That's right.
All right, I've had enough. Take me out.
Cut. Cut.